things that are currently on your plate is very much appreciated. It's quite honestly, it's sad to me that we have to have this much extra work to do the business of a district, which should just be what we're doing. It's getting to the point, in my opinion, that this board is starting to mirror the dysfunction in society that we have seen grow over the past few years. It is unacceptable of adults, it is unacceptable of professionals, it is unacceptable, period. It's ridiculous. We all have our own thought processes and belief systems on anything you can think of, and that's the way it should be. We should be able to respect each other's thoughts and opinions. We should not have to yell at each other. We should not have to ditch with each other. We should be able to do the work of the district for our students and our staff. We should not sit here and have gotchas all the time. We shouldn't have, I'm sorry, I'm the most vocal. People have the right to complain. They have the right to get up and talk, like I said earlier. I think 5 minutes is great. We've had some that want to chunk it down to what a lot of districts do, 2 or 3 minutes. No, I keep pushing for 5. I think it's good. And as Adam or someone else had said, you know, you get up here, it takes a lot to stand in front of everyone and say your piece. Whether it's positive, negative, complaint, whatever. You have the right to do that. And that's okay. But we have to stop always looking under a rock for someone who's done something wrong or illegal or whatever. I'm really getting tired of hearing about transparency when we have a watchdog group out there who is constantly in the shadows putting crap out there. Like, for instance, today, Harrison Township shared that the Board of Education knew about the student. Well, you know what the honest to God's truth is? The Board of Education doesn't know everything that goes on in this district. We don't. This board member can absolutely say, I had no clue about this student. No clue. Until this blew up. So, if we want to talk about transparency, I want it from everybody, all the time. I want the garbage on social media to stop. It's either we're working in this district for our students and our staff, or we're not. This going on all the time is ridiculous, and it has to stop. We have to just simply go back to what we used to do. Agree to disagree. You don't have to have the same opinion. You don't have to have the same beliefs. You can dislike us because you think we've changed. Your prerogative. It doesn't change the fact that each and every one of us, in our own way, are sitting up here doing what we believe to be the best for our district. I just would like to get to the place where we come in and we have meetings. We don't do batches. Like, we read our emails so we know what the updates are, what's going on in them, so we can question the superintendent before a board meeting. Sometimes we don't get time to do that, so you may ask a question before a meeting. That's fine too, but we're supposed to do this beforehand. We are acting like petulant children, but that's exactly the thought that's been in my head for a while. Acting, all of us, as petulant children, and it needs to stop. Can we please get back to being human beings who respect other people, who may not believe the way we do, who may not think the way we do? It is so frustrating and so hard to sit up here and fight for our kids and our employees when we have to put up with this utter garbage, ridiculous garbage. Come out from behind your, non-transparent Facebook page and stop having other people do your dirty work. Have the courage of your convictions, get out there and talk. Make a comment, make a complaint, whatever. Let's stop with the subversive garbage. Let's just do what we're supposed to do. Thank you.
Okay, that leaves me. I came into today kind of, just been busy. Got a lot going on. But the first 15, 20 minutes, half hour, the smiles that seeing around the room and what they put on my face was enjoyable. I did a quick 180, if you will. Adam, anytime. That's what we were planning to do, and if the call occurs, I don't think anybody on the board would turn sentiments with the Title VI, the LCN situation. I said it last meeting during my board comment. As much as we are being pressured from the public, I think it makes the world of sense to have the sense of due diligence and doing what's right and making sure that we're making the right decision. You have shown that. I think there are quite a few of us that have shown that. Our administrators, our teachers, to not act irrationally and make quick decisions is what we've all been put in these positions for. And taking the liability out of a lawsuit in any way, shape, or form, and having the accountability to make the right decision is huge. And I appreciate that. Thank you. We all got an email this week, and I want to read it really quick. Okay. Good evening, board members, superintendent, Howell, and community members. I'm a proud mother of 3 boys. I was given permission to read this, by the way. I'm a proud member of 3 boys, 2 of whom are former Lancers. One from the class of 2020, and the other from the class of 2022. God willing, my young son will graduate as a member of class of 2026 from LCHS. This was sent to us as a very personal story, one that I hope reminds us all of the importance of the work our school district and law enforcement do together to keep our children safe. In December of 2021, just 2 weeks after the Oxford tragedy, our family faced a terrifying situation of our own. My son, then an 8th grader at Lansbury's Middle School Central, was threatened by a classmate sitting across from him in a science class. This wasn't a one-time comment. The student threatened to bring a gun to school and shoot my son. He said 20 times. I'll be honest, as a mother, hearing these words from my son was gut-wrenching. It's every parent's worst nightmare, but what happens next is what I want to focus on today. From the moment my son and other students at the tables spoke up to the classroom teacher, the situation was handled with care, professionalism, and urgency. The principal, the district leadership, the law enforcement all stepped in immediately to address the threat and support our family. The school was incredibly accommodating my son, who needed time away from the classroom to deal with anxiety and fear that naturally followed. He continued his education at home for several weeks, and during that time, we felt supported by both the school and the district. Detectives came to our home to interview our son, and through months of court proceedings, the district remained communicative, compassionate, and dedicated to making sure my son felt safe. Now here we are over 3 years later, and I can say that my son feels safe in the district, and as a mother, I feel safe sending him here. That's because of the strong collaborative relationship between our schools and law enforcement, and because of the commitment this district has made to prioritizing student safety. I know it's not easy work. I know it requires tough conversations and difficult decisions, but I'm grateful for a district that takes threats seriously, acts swiftly, and never forgets that behind every incident is a child, a family, and a community. So tonight, I want to say thank you, and thank you to our district leadership, our school staff, our law enforcement partners, for working together to keep our kids safe. Your work matters, it makes a difference. Thank you. Now, I get emotional because we got kids, right? And nobody really wants to have to go through this situation, and I appreciate that this mother reached out and let us know her thoughts on the feelings in this time of contention. So, with that, I'll entertain a motion to a closed session.
So, second.
Motion by Mr. Cypress, support by Mr. Padilla. Any discussion? Roll call, please, Sharon.
Absolutely. Motion to go into closed session under section 8(1)H of the Michigan Open Meetings Act to review 2 attorney-client privilege materials that are exempt from disclosure under the Michigan Freedom of Information Act 1C of the Open Meetings Act for strategy negotiation sessions connected with the negotiations of collective bargaining agreement at 9:31. Mr. Cypress?
Yes.
Mr. DeVille?
Yes.
Mrs. Ross is yes. I'm not doing that. Mrs. Herman?
Yes.
Mr. Lipsky?
Yes.
And Mr. Best?
Yes.
All six.
Okay, closed session, 6-0, motion passes. We're going to enter closed session at 9:31. Which one of you are up to be at 40? Closed session.
He didn't say, oh man, can't wait.
What's that?
Is that he read his letter from the parent, but no one, no one's thinking 10 steps. Like, how many other kids did that kid bully before he
Right.
threatened the kid that
Yep.
he was going to bring a gun to school? How long was he allowed to get away with poor behavior? He wasn't some model child.
No.
That just one day suddenly was like, I'm going to bring a gun to school and kill you.
Right.
And then Doss is up there crying about it. Like, they can't extrapolate out, like, this is probably a really bad kid that we allowed to get away with stuff for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to avoid lawsuits, but then tonight he just opened himself up to one. Should I choose to pursue it?
For that, they'll take it.
He interrupted you and
He interrupted me, regardless if we went to closed session. I never made a complaint. I just
Alright.
mentioned her name. I
Right.
mentioned names twice. So they went to closed session. He actually solicited the closed session to Miss
He has
Ross.
to request it.
She didn't request it. He solicited it. Okay? So I
all
had time.
on him.
Yeah, I know. I had time to think about it. Like, well, he solicited the closed
And
session.
I honestly cannot believe that they could go into closed session, even if you're standing there calling your ass for that.
No, I don't think so either.
No, I think that's a violation.
nope,
of First
I can't.
Yeah, so it's a federal lawsuit that they just opened themselves up to. I'll be emailing you. If I just opened myself up to a federal lawsuit tonight, I just want to let you know that. I'm not necessarily going to do it, but I want to let you know you did open yourself up to it. Whoever solicited the closed session, because you didn't have a right to do that, and my First Amendment rights were violated. So we can talk more about it. I'll email you and let you know.
Well, you marked on the box for me to contact.
I did.
So I'll give you a call.
Thanks.